Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world, is about to be banned in Malaysia. So should you be worried or should you not be worried? Is this just another one of those fake warnings that gets issued every once in a while, or is this an actual ban and that we are all kind of screwed, right? In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about this and also what you could potentially do if Binance actually gets banned in Malaysia. So a little background, yeah, even before the Securities Commission actually issued this very important notice that started this huge panic in the Malaysian community, they have already put Binance on a watch list a few months ago actually. It also doesn't help that a lot more countries are actually legally looking into Binance. For example, you've even got folks from the UK setting up regulations against Binance recently. Then everything blew up when a few marmots from the SC decided to issue this very important statement, which is to like, subscribe, and to also click on the notification button for more content like this. I promise you that you won't regret it, and you can always change your mind in the future. Also, here's a very cute hedgehog for liking the video. I mean, look at that. Huh? Cute gila kan? Huh? Okay, but like, serious kejap, right? A lot of words here, but basically they only have 4 main important points here. The first point is that Binance isn't legally operating in Malaysia like the legally registered ones like Luno, Synergy, and Tokenize. The second point being that Binance has to disable the Binance website and app by the 10th of August. The third point being that they must stop advertising Binance to Malaysians. Last point being that Binance needs to restrict Malaysians from accessing Binance's Telegram group or they will face actions, which to me is like, I mean, come on, man, let's be real. Like, you can't really control people from doing this. I mean, why is this even
2,000 years later?
So, should you be worried or not? Personally, for me, not financial advice, but I'm actually not that worried. So, hear me out. Actually, not the first time that Malaysia has actually banned an exchange. Like, Remitano was also actually banned about 3 months ago. And just like today, everybody was also freaking out. Okay, now that Remitano has been banned for about 3 months, what is it like to access Remitano today? Well, what you're going to most likely see is that you won't be able to access Remitano without a VPN or without accessing it from another country. So this is not from my personal experience, this is just for education, right? But even after being able to access the VPN, you have this show up, which is that you won't be able to perform any coin transfers for about 48 hours, and then P2P would still be disabled. That means you can't really convert it into ringgit, but after about 48 hours you can then transfer the coins to another exchange or to some other places like a crypto wallet. So it's not confirmed yet, but let's just imagine like the worst case scenario, right? And that Binance actually gets banned in about like a week, right? So what are we going to do next? So there are 3 main things that we could do if Binance were to actually get banned. The first thing is to obviously use a VPN. I mean, don't use a VPN because it's bad for you. It's not good. Don't use a VPN. But in all seriousness though, one of the community members that I know recently contacted Binance officially, and they mentioned that if they detect your VPN, you will be banned. So yeah. So the first thing that we could potentially do is to actually change exchanges. So what that means is that we could potentially move from Binance to another exchange. So the way that I would go about it is to actually go on coingecko.com and then look at the top 100 exchanges. From there, I will be able to tell which exchange I'll be more comfortable with transferring my assets from Binance to said exchange. So the cheapest way that we'll do it would be to convert everything into USDT or USDC, and now just one short form, one transfer from Binance to that exchange. So it's a lot cheaper compared to transferring one by one, right? And the second thing that we'll potentially do would be to actually get a crypto cold wallet. So a crypto cold wallet looks a little bit like this, and this is what a crypto cold wallet looks like. See? A cold wallet is simply a crypto wallet that is not connected to the internet. It's actually the safest method of saving crypto, and I've actually got a video right here if you're actually interested in it. So the last point that you would have to take note is I'm also aware that a lot of you guys are staking on Binance, a lot of you guys are using Binance for P2P, and a lot of you guys are also using Binance as a swap mechanism. What that means is that you're converting something like USDT into Ethereum or Bitcoin. So where are you going to get the alternatives for these things? So let's start with swap first. For the swap function, personally I use Uniswap. Another thing that you could potentially do is to actually just use the MetaMask swap, but it's a little bit more expensive, so I would actually always prefer Uniswap. Okay, but what about for P2P though? Well, for P2P, you could always just use one of the legalized exchanges in Malaysia. So you have Synergy, you have Tokenize, and you also have Luno. But if you're a bit more adventurous, you could potentially also try out some other exchanges like KuCoin, for example. Lastly, when it comes to staking, I would recommend these very credible companies, for example BlockFi and also Celsius. I don't have any referral codes, but these are the very popular ones that have been here for a pretty long time now. With more and more crypto applications becoming more and more available to the public in different forms, for example like Axie Infinity in the form of an NFT, or DeFi applications, for example like Yearn Finance and etc., you can kind of expect more and more regulations that are going to happen in Malaysia and also throughout the whole world. But always remember that crypto is in the end a decentralized asset. So what that means is that no governing body or any government or whatever will ultimately have control over these assets other than you. If you were to actually look at things throughout history, you will notice that no governing body has ever been able to stop the progress of innovation and also progress. So don't panic next time when you hear things like, oh, this country is going to ban this crypto, or like China's going to ban mining or whatever. Humanity can't stop progression, humanity can't stop innovation, so it is what it is. Anyway, I hope this video has helped you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to also click on the notification button below for more content like this. And as per usual, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.